I am trying my hardest to not jump off of a cliff right now. I am trying my hardest to not put an electrical device into my bathtub right now. I am trying my hardest to not crash out like Prime King Von. And you're probably asking yourselves, yo, big bro, why are you trying to crash out? What just happened that is making you think of doing all of these crazy acts? And I have to tell you, the reason why I'm thinking of even remotely doing any of these things, and that is because I think DC despises Wonder Woman. I think DC does not recognize the cultural and significant impact that the character of Wonder Woman has had for the last 60 plus years. And you're probably asking yourselves, whoa, why do you think DC hates Wonder Woman if they made a live action Wonder Woman movie in 2017 that was commercially, critically, and financially great? Why are you hating Wonder Woman when they followed up that movie with a sequel called Wonder Woman 1984, which, to be honest with you, that movie was hot dookie. So thank God that movie bombed at the box office. Why are you also thinking that DC hates Wonder Woman when they gave her not one, but two animated movies? The first one was in 2009, and that first Wonder Woman animated movie was great. The second one is Wonder Woman Bloodlines, that is a part of the DCAMU universe, and that movie, to be honest with you, was mid as fuck. So big bro, why are you so mad at DC all of a sudden for hating Wonder Woman? Well, I will have to tell you the reason why I think DC hates Wonder Woman, and that is because Wonder Woman's game just got canceled, man. We saw the promotional videos, we saw the promotional art for that game, and that game looked so sexy, that game looked so good. And when I was seeing all of the promotional trailers for that game, I thought that, damn, we have finally escaped the Batman vortex. Now look, Batman is an all-time character. Batman is actually my second favorite comic book character, right under Superman. But we have been stuck in a Batman vacuum in terms of video games for the last 20 years, man. We have not gotten a Superman game for the last 15 to 20 years. We have not gotten a Flash game, and the Green Lantern game that we actually got was mid as fuck. So remember, we only have one Green Lantern game. We do not have a Martian Manhunter game. We do not have a Hawkgirl game. We don't have a Captain Marvel game. And the biggest red flag is that we do not have a Wonder Woman game. We have never had a Wonder Woman game in history. And even though we had an Aquaman game, that game was hot booty cheeks. So we only had one Aquaman game. You're seeing a trend I'm trying to paint, because Superman, realistically, even though he is the franchise of DC, even though he is the main man of DC, and Batman is actually the second main man, even though they're both GOATs, Superman in the video game front only had 6 games, while Batman has had 25 games. If we look at this chart that is showing the big 3 of DC in terms of films, animated films, shows, animated shows, and video games, we are seeing that Batman has the most out of every single person in every single category. And the only category that he doesn't really have in terms of shows is Superman. But I think this data is actually a little bit wrong, because we had Batman 66, we had Batman Cape Crusader, we had the peak Batman the Animator series, we had Batman the Brave and the Bold, we had the Batman in 2004, we had Beware the Batman in 2014. I think this chart is a little bit inaccurate on that front. So this proves that Batman has the most output out of every single character in DC. Now, if you look at Wonder Woman, man, Wonder Woman, she is literally dying right now, because she barely has had any type of adaptations that can fully flesh out her character to the mainstream audience. And it's just so sad seeing a pivotal and important, iconic character like Wonder Woman. In my honest opinion, Wonder Woman is the most iconic, important, and impactful successful superhero in history. No female superhero can ever touch Wonder Woman in that category. So I'm so shocked in seeing that DC just do not really want to put her in the mainstream anymore. And I'm starting to think that, is this because of Wonder Woman 1984 not performing well? Well, you would probably think so, but then you would actually counterpoint that argument by looking at Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey movie flopped at the box office. They should have never even put Harley Quinn as the focal point of that movie, but since she was the focal point of that movie flopped. And now I know that is not really a Harley Quinn movie, but I have to point out that picture. I have to put that topic into this argument, because since that movie flopped, we have seen so many adaptations of Harley Quinn either continuing or debuting. Like after that movie flopped, we saw the Harley Quinn animated show is still going and it's still getting new seasons. It even has a spin-off series of Kite Man. But we see that Harley Quinn is the focal point of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And that game is ass. I'm like, bro, what's going on? So even talking about Suicide Squad, remember Suicide Squad in 2021, even though that movie was great in my honest opinion, that movie is peak in my honest opinion, that movie flopped at the box office. So why is DC still trying to put out Suicide Squad type projects like Peacemaker, like Waller, and like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? So you're seeing what I'm trying to paint here, because it's not the fact that Wonder Woman 1984 bombed at the box office and it's causing DC to hold off from Wonder Woman projects in the near future. I think that DC just doesn't like Wonder Woman. I think that they just despise Wonder Woman as the big three of DC, man. And it's crazy to think that in James Gunn DCU, look, before I talk about James Gunn DCU, I'm going to say that I love the direction that James Gunn DCU is going. I think that if Superman actually succeeds at the box office, commercially, financially, and critically, I think that the DCU under James Gunn is going to be DC's best intertwined and interconnected live action series or movies or whatever you call it. But I'm looking at the future projects that the DCU has in store for us. We have already seen Creature Commandos, which was great. Peacemaker season 1, which was great, and season 2 I think will be great. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow I think will be great. Lanterns is going to release next year, early next year, so I think that will be great as well. Then we have Clayface, we have Batman Brave and the Bold, we have Teen Titans, Sergeant Rock. The Batman Part 2 is not a part of the DCU slate, but it's an upcoming project. We have the Penguin, also not a part of the upcoming DCU. It's a part of the Batman universe, but that's still an upcoming project in terms of season 2, because season 1 of the Penguin was peak, man. Then we have Swamp Thing, we have a new one called My Adventures with Green Lantern, we have Waller, Dynamic Duo, The Authority, Starfire just got announced, a Blue Beetle animated show, Booster Gold, Paradise Lost, and Bane and Deathstroke. And you're looking at all of these things, you're noticing something. There's no Wonder Woman. And we also have a Crypto animated miniseries show, but that's not Wonder Woman. And you're probably asking, wait, Paradise Lost, isn't that dealing with the Themyscirans? Yes, it is, but it's dealing with the Themyscirans before Wonder Woman was born. So still, no Wonder Woman. What is James Gunn cooking right now? Because we do not have any Wonder Woman focus in the upcoming DCU, man. Like, I do think that DC does not want Wonder Woman to be a focal point anymore in terms of the big three of DC. They're trying to replace her with someone else. I don't know who they're trying to replace her as. My only option is Harley Quinn. And if that's the case, that they're trying to replace Wonder Woman with Harley Quinn and make Harley Quinn be be a member of the big three, then I am going to sue Warner Bros. Because that is so disrespectful and distasteful, man. Now look, you're probably going to say, oh, what about Flash? Flash isn't going to be a main focal point anymore. Flash also got his video game canceled because of the Flash movie bombing at the box office, critically and commercially. Yes, that is also a case to be made as well. I think DC hates Flash too, but that's for another video for another day. But I'm going back to Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman is literally the most important and most impactful female superhero in history. No female superhero can touch Wonder Woman in terms of her history. So why is DC treating Wonder Woman like a bastard child? They're not trying to incorporate her into anything in terms of mainstream adaptations, man. I don't know what's going on. DC really needs to get their heads in the game. James Gunn, I thought he said that he will be working on a Wonder Woman animated show, and we have not even got that. Remember, we still have never gotten a Wonder Woman animated show. Do you know how old the Wonder Woman character is, and she still has not received an animated show? Sure, yeah, she received a live action show all the way back to the 70s, and that show, I didn't really watch it, but that show was so culturally impactful for Wonder Woman and DC. So you would think that, oh yeah, since that show was actually impactful, let's give her an animated show. But that has never happened, man. Come on, James Gunn. Wonder Woman is one of the GOATs, man. In the Mount Rushmore of superheroes, it's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Spider-Man. So James Gunn, please, man, you have to right these wrongs. You have to make sure that Wonder Woman gets the love that she deserves, man. Wonder Woman needs to be a focal point of the DCU in the same wavelength as Batman and Superman are going to be, man. Come on, we cannot have a Clayface movie. We cannot have a Bane and Deathstroke movie. We cannot have a Sergeant Rock movie of all people and an Authority movie before Wonder Woman, man. We gotta right these wrongs. But that's the end of the video, man. Wonder Woman needs justice. She deserves justice, man. I'm out. Peace.